What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. If you guys could not tell today, yeah, you guys really can't tell, you guys aren't here, but it is freezing out. It is like 40 degrees, somewhere around there, so it's a bit nippy. So if it seems rushed, we need the warm. So in today's video, guys, we are going to be going over the top 5 things to never do to your pro BMX bike, or honestly any BMX bike in general. Starting off, one thing to never ever do to your BMX bike is to run low tire pressure. That is one of the biggest trends that's happening in BMX today, is that you see a lot of these professional BMX riders, street riders, anybody run lower tire pressure than what's recommended in their tire. You see all these street riders running like 30 PSI, 40 PSI, and tires that recommend 80 to 110. So one thing you really want to make sure is you're running a good tire pressure. It will help you do more tricks, and that's one of the things I learned. Is I used to run low tire pressure, and then once I started pumping my bad boys up with more tire pressure, I learned tricks so much better and more efficient. That's the word I'm looking for. So definitely run the tire pressure that is recommended for your tire, and it will save you, it will help you, and it will let you learn tricks better. I could barely talk today. Next on the list, guys, is to never ever run loose spokes. That is actually what is on my bike right now. The front wheel right now, there is just loose spokes everywhere, which is just a recipe for disaster. One thing you guys need to know is that once you run loose spokes, once one snaps, the rest will just start going down like dominoes. One thing you guys want to do is make sure your spokes are always tight, and you guys will know this when you're riding it and you'll hear them kind of crunching and moving around. It's not a pleasant sound, so definitely tighten your spokes up before you ride and make sure they're all tight and dandy. And it'll also help your rim stay true and will help prevent it from bending and making it all whack and just destroying your wheel. Dude, I'm so excited to ride. Finally got these new bearings in. Make them do hella bar spins.
Wait. You grease those things?
No, I don't really think it matters. They come greased. Well, they're supposed to come greased.
I don't know, dude. I watched a Needle Media video and he said to grease them.
Really?
Yeah.
The kid that only fills his tires up with shit? What is
I mean, I don't know. He's been riding BMX for a while.
Fill his tires up with grease for all I give a shit.
I mean, you should probably just grease them, dude.
Next on the list, guys, is something that not a lot of people think to do, especially when they get new bearings, and that is to never run dry bearings. A lot of time when people get brand new bearings from like bike parks or Dance Comp or like Albies, they'll get them right out of the box and then they'll just throw them in their bike. One thing you always need to do is grease them. I know bearings usually they come greased, but it's always a safe thing to add extra grease. Too much grease is dangerous, but it's not as dangerous as running dry bearings. That's one thing that'll help you, especially with bar spins, tail whips, and other tricks like that. It'll help your crank spin for crank flips, and it's just never run dry bearings, guys. That is just one of the things you never want to do. Told you you'd snap your forks.
I snapped the top cap.
Next on the list, guys, is something that I think is the most important thing. A long time ago, my buddy Dane, I will insert some clips right here.
So we kind of knew this was coming, so we brought a smaller top cap. So, I mean, now I can go out and shred.
He used to have some brand new, I think they were Odyssey R32 forks. Oh no, they were Fly Agua forks. And we messed up really bad and we cut them a little too short. One thing you guys always want to do, especially when it comes to cutting bike parts, is measure twice, cut once. That is the most important thing. So measure twice, cut once, and it will save your life. Next on the list, boys and gals, is a thing that is pretty well known of something that you should never do, but this definitely goes out to all you beginners out there, is that is to make sure you tighten up everything on your bike evenly, especially when it comes to a stem, especially when it comes to your cranks, especially when it comes to anything. A lot of the times you will see people that just get into BMX and they'll sit there and they'll tighten their stem. This is obviously, but this is one of the things I used to do as well. I used to tighten up this bolt as much as I could, this bolt as much as I could, and just go in a weird, oddly order. One thing you guys want to do is tighten them all evenly. So this one, you hand tighten it to the point where it's a little tight, and then you go in a cross pattern. And that follows up with almost everything else on the bike. Make sure you just tighten up everything evenly. One of the things you don't want to do, especially when it comes to a stem, is you'll see it right here as well. And as you guys can see here, this side is more tight than this side, and that is just asking for a snap bolt. So that's one thing that you really need to do, especially when it comes to tightening a headset, is make sure you tighten everything evenly, and especially everything else on the bike. Make sure it is all tight and evenly and good to go. I know everything that I said in this video was most likely common sense, but that's gonna cap off this video. This video is meant for beginners. This video is made for people who are just getting into BMX. So if you guys seem to enjoy this video, and if you guys are new, then I recommend going below and press subscribe. We do this shit every single day. Ow. Ooh. Ah. And with that, guys, that's gonna cap off this video. If you guys seem to enjoy it, you guys already know what to do. Go hit that subscribe, that like button, that notification bell. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video, which honestly, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. So leave a comment down below what I should do. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.